Depending on which one you're listening to, either version 2 or version 1, there's going to be some different warnings. For version 1 is pregnancy, blood, and gore, which is going to be in both. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy, and this is version 1. Both of you laid in bed, the warm sun on both of your skin, enjoying the cuddle of each other. Time being nothing to the both of you. I wish we could be like this forever, Bakugo said, then kissing your forehead. You began to giggle. Well, any day now, there'll be 3 of us. You said you could feel Bakugo place a hand on your belly. I still can't believe you won't tell me the gender. He tissed. You giggled once more at his childish behavior that you growed so used to. Well, you said you wanted it to be a surprise. You tapped his nose. Yeah, I take that back. He spoke, smiling at you. Well, I need to get up. My back is killing me. You spoke, getting up from the bed. You could hear Bakugo grumble as you got up. Yeah, I know. You want cuddles, but we have the big day today. You giggled. I'm going to see Fita so I can get ready. You said, going to the door as Bakugo got up. You walked through the halls. Flowers smelling so perfect. The sun shined so warmly. Well, it had been summer, so yeah. You opened the door. Fita had been looking through dresses and trying to pick one for the special party. You may be asking, why is it so special? Well, it's where the whole kingdom will find out the gender of the empire's new ruler. Oh, Ian, what do you think? A light crimson red or a ruby red? She asked, showing you the 2. The crimson dress was filled with gorgeous lace floral design, and the ruby red one, was studded with rubies. How about something simple? You asked. She looked shocked by you asking for something simple. Of course, you're the empress, but still, simple on something so special? But what would they think of you? She asked, worried. You giggled. Oh, Vita, I'm pregnant, and my back hurts, my belly hurts, well, almost everything hurts. I don't want to be sitting there for 8 hours in a dress that is heavy. See, I want something, gorgeous, but simple. I can be in for 8 hours, you giggled. She nodded and went to go find something for you to wear. You sat down looking at the still rising sun. She came out with 3 dresses. You guys can pick which dress, but for plot reasons, it's gonna be the middle one. The gold lace seemed to sparkle. You clasped your hands. Oh, that is lovely. She put the other 2 down, making her way to you and helping you put it on. It had been so long since you had worn a cold color. The dragons had preferred warm colors. So, once it was on you, the gold lace seemingly glowed thanks to your magic. But the blue lace flowers was for surely glowing. I think it's perfect. You smiled at her. Well, I'm glad we found something. I was just worried about the people helping His Majesty. Fita giggled. I don't think he'll have to worry. He was in a good mood this morning, and something wonderful will happen tonight. You twirled. Then you stopped in your tracks. Fita realized, put the items down she had picked up. Yin, are you all right? She ran over as he placed a hand on your belly. Yin, please, are you all right? Bakugo came rushing in the room you both shared, seeing Fita help you up to drink some soup. He came rushing to your side. Are you all right? Bakugo asked, holding onto one of your hands. You smiled at him. I'm all right. Koyumi is too. Bakugo looked at you shocked. A tear rolled down down his cheek. Would you like to see her? She should be back any minute now. Bakugo was seemingly crying, holding your hand to his forehead. It wasn't of sadness, but of pure happiness. Your Majesty, if you want, I can go get her. Vita spoke to you. Please do. Vita got up and walked out of the room. Katsuki, everything will be okay. She's all right. You laid your hand on his cheek, making him look at you. Koyumi is such a beautiful baby. Vita then walked through the door, holding the little baby in her arms. See? Vita then let you take the baby in your arms, showing her to Bakugo. Can I hold her? He asked. His breath was trembling, like he didn't want to hurt her, even with a simple touch. You gave Koyumi to him holding her close to his chest, smiling. But sadly, since it wasn't the warm embrace of her mother, she started to cry, her little whimpers making you want to hold her close to your chest. Bakugo saw this and gave Koyumi back to you, her slowly settling down, feeling the nice warmth of her mother, with both of you smiling at each other, with the thing you both loved the most. She won't be coming. Everyone was frozen in shock at the words that came from Bakugo's mouth. But no one cares about the boring party, so you had been in the shared room rocking Koyumi to sleep, the moonlight shining on her. Her breathing became music to your ears. You felt bad for not going to the party, but you just want to relax after what happened today. Baby. She had been perfect, beautiful even. You could tell many would seek her attention in the future. Vita, how are the guests? You asked as she made her way into the room. They were in quite the shock. She giggled. You giggled as well. And I bet Bakugo is surely mad that I'm not there. As you placed Koyumi down and kissed her forehead. Vita, you can leave now. I'll be fine. You spoke as you walked over to the bed. Her leaving the room. You turned off the lights and lay in bed, closing your eyes. And after maybe a few hours, you could hear the door open and the grumbling Bakugo. Are you asleep yet? He asked as he sat on his side of the bed. Yes. You spoke as he laughed lightly, cuddling you after the long day. I can't wait to see you again, he spoke. I couldn't wait to see you again, he spoke, kissing your forehead. Koyumi is asleep as well. Went down so quickly. You giggled, wrapping your hands around him. Both of you fell asleep, feeling the warm embrace of each other, and it felt so relaxing. But as you slept, the door opened to the two of yours bedroom. A man walking in and going towards Koyumi and reaching out to slowly stroke her cheek with the back of his hand, slowly moving down to her neck, wrapping his arm around her tiny neck, her body seemingly turning to dust. That night, you swear not a peep was given from Koyumi, so when you woke up to see Bakugo and her gone, you got worried, leaving the room in your nightgown. Vita, you ran to her, grabbing the sides of her arms. Is everything all right? She spoke worried. Where's Bakugo and Koyumi? You were taken aback when she started giggling? He and Koyumi are outside in the garden. I was there when he told you. You let go of her, walking to the garden. As you stepped out, you saw Koyumi in Bakugo's arms. You could see she was wearing a beautiful dress with what looked to be strawberries. He had been smiling down at her with a flower in his hands as she tried to reach out for it. Katsuki, don't scare me like that. You ran to him. He looked at you, worried as you're crying on his shoulder, one of his hands coming around you and holding you close to him. What's wrong? He asked, turning to you. I had a dream where Kumi was killed in the very room we were in. You cried more, making his shirt wet. Please, let me hold her. You cried as you clung to his shirt. Here you go. He let you take her from his arms, holding her tight in your embrace, crying. She only looked at you confused, reaching out to hold your nose, not realizing what this was doing to you. Bakugo held you close, as his mother had the same dream all those years ago, but it was for surely much different. Bakugo didn't want to say a word as you cried in his arms, holding her. Fita looked from the entrance, worried for you, holding one of her ribbons. Bakugo looked at Fita, basically speaking not to do anything. Bakugo tried his best to calm you down from the horrible nightmare you could have had as a newborn mother. Your tears did eventually die down, the giggling of Koyumi helping ever so much. Katsuki, I think, no, we need just to have some fresh air away from the palace for some time. You spoke, getting up and walking back into the palace. Bakugo getting up and following right after you. I'm going to butcher this name, but it's a forest, so I'm sorry if I butcher it, but it's supposed to be Vietnamese. How about we go to Bin, the forest protected by the kingdom. No one should be able to come in, and if they do, they'll die. He followed you into the bedroom. You had paused, looking at Kumi, giggling. That sounds fine, but no one must know. You turned, oh my God. You looking at him. He nodded. To make it easier, you rode via dragon. This was the first time you saw Bakugo in his dragon form, which kind of made you a little scared, but no worries. The three of you made it in perfect peace. The two of you had finally arrived in the cabin that was in the forest, the lovely sun hitting your skin. You looking at Kumi in your arms, playing with the butterfly the head came landing on her nose. You giggled at how cute she was. You had been walking to find a nice spot to relax when Bakugo was done with whatever he wanted to do with the cabin. Finding a beautiful flower field within the forest, you made your way over, sitting down and laying on the flowers. She had been giggling. Isn't she the cutest? You giggled. It looked like the flowers had been tickling her. You laid down next to her on your hand. Put your hand on her stomach, feeling the warmth in her heart, the beautiful life you loved. But that's when you heard someone coming. You grabbed Kumi and you got up and looked everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry to startle you. It's just, I was entranced when I saw the flowers grow. Is it your magic? She asked. Yes, it is. She gasped and twirled. Aren't flowers the best? She asked. You now began to look at her details. She looked to be a goat, but obviously, with the dragon tail, it did not fool you. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Highness. Sorry about that. She took a step and floated up into the air, turning upside down, basically. I'm Kiyuki, and I'm an air dragon. Or more importantly, I'm one of the watching over this lovely forest. Her childish behavior made you question if she was a guardian of Bin. Oh, hello, Your Majesty. It's been some time. How's Kirishima and Vita? Oh, and all the others? She asked, flying around your husband since he came along. He looked agitated, shooing her away. He walked over to you and sat next to you, kissing your cheek. Jealous? He whispered. No. You huffed, looking away. Kiyuki, you should go. Do your rounds. Bakugo looked at her. She only giggled before flying away. You are jealous. I know it. He chuckled. I am not jealous. He chuckled once more. I know anyone to say that more than once is definitely jealous, he said, moving some hair that had gotten into your face. Who is she? You asked, playing with Kiyumi. Bakugo had sighed. She is one of the major elements. She and the others gave magic to people, you being one of them. You paused for a second. And I still need to learn the whole magic thing. You smiled at your lovely Kiyumi, your world in your hands, and you loved it ever so much. Hello everyone! By the time this is out, it is my birthday. So happy birthday to me! And, well, I'm sorry that you guys had to wait for so long. I have been awfully sick, and I have been wanting to get better and not have a sore throat, because I did have a sore throat for some time. But I'm back, guys. No worries. Oh, and by the way, I do plan on doing series for now on after my one-shots of My Hero Academia are all done, because I'm having a hard time finding more one-shots that are long enough. So I'll be holy moly, I'll be looking at series and uploading series instead of just one-shots. So anyways, yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye, lovelies!